Is it connected? Good. I have way less time than I thought I did. And even less power. Oh well. So, after the first video, I realized, I didn't actually give my thoughts on Prime versus the Hulk. I mainly just recounted the, events. To summarize, bad connection. He saw a mad scientist get some kind of monster. He attacked the scientist, Hulk punched each other a couple of times before turning on the evil scientist. Evil scientist turned into a big monster, so Hulk and Prime punched him together. The end. All in all, I'll admit, it was pretty lackluster. Especially since I believe Prime was supposed to be the biggest figure for the Ultraverse, for Malibu Comics. He was their Superman. So, to have their strongest hero go against Marvel's so strong, and not even really, it was just so a bad thing. None of really, but I digress. Moving on, our next feature in the Man versus Wolverine, as you can see. Now, from what I've seen, very not Batman type character. You know the type of character. Just in his color scheme, with a dark blue cape and gloves, and you yeah, right here. That's oh, help. So I was saying, man, even has any powers, but the beginning of the go over. He was the Nightman. The Nightman. That's how it says it. Wait a moment. How would you know this? Wait a moment. Skylar, is that you? Or Zabian? Anyway, back to the review. The Nightman. was the Nightman. The Nightman. Then Loki broke the barrier between his world and Vadala, not Valhalla, Vadala. So it is you guys. Well, anyway, back to the review. And the God Wheel, seeking power. He found the Infinity Gem and made Nightmen. After the madness, there were two. One who learned that the night is larger and darker than he'd known, and chose to gain magic through Hrynon. And one who rejected Rahanen as a temptress, and stuck with what he had already made him one of the most heroic men in the Ultraverse. They are both the Nightman. That's how this story opens up. It does... and it just starts. No explanation for why he's in Murder World, but he is in Murder World and the cops don't like him. They think he's the evil Nightman. So he runs away from the cops, as any good superhero does. And in the sewers, he's jumped by Wolverine. I can tell it's my only watchers, but you are my only commenters. Anyway, so Wolverine, without much thought, just attacks Nightman, just starts swiping at him. And this is 90s Wolverine, where they had to make him even more extreme. Taking one of the things that made him so... This was after Magneto ripped... So, Wolverine's claws are bone. His claws are bone in this story. So he cannot... He does not have his very ability of being able to cut through anything. He's just able to cut the dude's arm. So they get into a bit of a fight. It's more of a fight than Hulk and Prime had. This is a much more bloody fight, but most of the blood comes from Wolverine, because he's going to heal. Nightman can only take a couple bloody hits, because he has no powers, so they can't damage him up too much before they fight the villain. Wolverine like at him, so Nightman in the going 11. Wolverine backs him to a wall. I'm not from this world. Together. Not really under that. And he says right here, long last. We don't get any. So they decide that since they're in Murder World together, they're just going to go find Arcade and beat him up. So they go off, and they run into a few death traps. One, there's like this giant turret made of, like, it's like the guns have guns, and the bullets have guns. It's just, so Nightman, you know how Batman has a grappling hook, and that's all cool and everything? And not a special, just a rope that he uses to tie across the turret and pull it apart. That's when they're attacked by the robot clown. From the robot clown, and find themselves in yet another death trap with the robot clown. Surrounded by all these little creatures that keep biting at them. Let's see. Call them doors. They're clearly not dinosaurs. They escaped Arcade. And silence. The silence of the night. So Nightman and Wolverine give that speech of "We're not rent out," and after it, we get an advertisement in this crossover event or collection is the all-new Exiles. I'm not sure who the old Exiles were. Versus X-Men, which comes next to you. Alright, so